What it do, baby? It's your boy Flystewie. We got a trade this morning, don't we? This is the channel where I do live trades for Forex, do some live day trading, and drop a little gems. Right now, this morning, we got an interesting trade. It's CAD retail sales. Let's pull up the good old Forex news. So we're doing CAD retail sales. It's at 8:30 a.m. So I'm just going to go through the markets and show you what I see. Oh, I got my VPN on. Now you know. All right, cool. So let me show you my screen. Boom. There we go. So right now, this morning, I'm going to try to guess what direction this trade is going and hopefully get a little profit or lose a bunch of money in front of you guys. Either or, it's all dandy. But this episode, I kind of want to talk to you guys about quarterly earnings for stocks. Now, we got some dandy stock releases coming out this month. And the way I like to play stock releases is I like to see when a company has an earnings release date. So think of any companies, one like, I don't know, let's go to Facebook, right? So Facebook's earnings release date comes like January 29th, which is, if we go to our dandy tool down here, next Wednesday, right? So next Wednesday, I want to see what Facebook does during its earnings. And the way I like to play it is if Facebook stock goes down during the earnings, right? So we have a month. Right now, Facebook's at pretty much like a all-time high. You know, look at how much it went up in the past year. So if Facebook goes down to like 190 or 180 or even like around this level here, this level would be perfect. Then I'd start picking up some stocks. So if it has like a really bad earnings, then I like to pick it up because it's a little bit depressed. And that's the way I play earnings. I just look at, you know, a bunch of different stocks, kind of see where its last support level is. Amazon right now looks like it's already a good buy. That's why I have most of my positions in Amazon. And I just kind of go through that and look at when these companies are going to release their earnings. So that's how I like to play earnings. It's a pretty good way to do it. Microsoft, again, has been killing it. So it's up so high. So if it goes down at all, like 150, 137, like those are all cool levels that I wouldn't mind buying at. Anyways, back to the market. Let's see what's happening. So we got about 3 minutes till trade. Normally, I like to see where this is going. I wanted to get sells, but it looks like the sells started happening pretty early. So it definitely looks like it went up here and got rejected. Let's see this. There's really no support there, to be honest. Really no support there. All right, we got 3 minutes. Not really a clear trade. Normally, I wanted to trade 3% for this trade, but since it's not that clear, I think I'm gonna have to scale back my position a bit. So instead of 3%, we're gonna go to 1.5%. Normally, I like to see if the trade stayed up here and floated around this resistance zone, then I'm like, okay, cool, easy trade. But right now, the trade rejected this zone up here early, and now it's kind of floating down here. So because of that, I don't necessarily know if it's going to go down for news time. Now it's around this zone right here. This isn't necessarily really a support zone. Yeah, I almost didn't want to say buys for. Yeah, we're going to scale back this position even more. And I almost want to do buys, but nah, see, I'm confused on this one. We're going to scale back. This is going to be a nice little tester. You know, this run, I had a nice This we got a nice run of winners. So let's see if I can continue it for the stream and do it live. All right. Nope, don't know where it's gonna go. We'll do sells though, just to see what happens. Sell here, sell, and then we'll do one more sell. See if it can get all this momentum here. But honestly, no real opinion on where it's gonna go. This is completely a 50% guess. Let's do one more sell since it retraced a lot. Scaled back my position. This is like not even like a 2% position. It doesn't look like. So let's see where it goes. Ooh, and we got some sales. So we'll get one at 8 seconds. See, even the position's confused, right? So it looks like if we go at news time, it looks like a big indecision candle right here, where no one knows where it's gonna go. And it looks like ooh, look at that loser, baby. Okay, let's exit out this early. It looks like there was a lot of pressure both ways. No one really knew what it wanted to go, but at the end, ended up kind of losing that position. But one of the things I want to point out for this trade is because I had lots of indecision on that, notice how I scaled back my trade. So initially I wanted to do a 3% trade. Didn't really see the 3% there. Didn't really see that it was going to be a clean trade. So I started scaling back my position because I was unable to identify what was going to happen. This purple line here that I drew, this is like my hour 1 support, and this is like an hour 4 support. So my red lines are stronger resistance and support lines, but my purple line is just me indicating to myself that it's probably not going to be strong, but it might react to that. So just be aware of that. I noticed before news time that you see how it's floating down here, and it was kind of floating down to this support. So I'm like, this might actually act as a support there and cause it to go buys. And then when I looked back on this chart here, you can see that this might have been a serious support and resistance area before. If we look at this zone here that I made, this is another trade I made at this zone. So this zone seems to have been important in the past. So I'm like, it could act important again. Especially when we see days where we had lots of momentum and there's no real support and resistance lines, then I'll have to go to the past and see, okay, what could act as a support and resistance line in the past. So the biggest thing, I guess, learning from this one is, I wouldn't be surprised if this started floating down the whole day. Flowing down here, I could have probably held my positions, but I'm not a real long-term trader. I'm more just a news trader. Would not be surprised if this started floating down all the way down here the whole day, especially because we had such strong kind of rejection here. Look at all this downward pressure that's being applied here. Anyways, that's my trade for the day. Next week, we got some good old trades. Here, let me show you what's popping off next week. Next week, we have Australian. I'll be trading this on Tuesday. I won't be trading the interest rate. I'll be too busy working. This one I'll trade, but I'll trade a scaled back position. And of course, CAD GDP, I'll also trade. And let's see. And that's pretty much it. And of course, next week we have lots of stock earnings releases. So I'll be, investing in my stock portfolio. I'll let you guys know what I'm going to thinking of picking up. Look at this thing. It melted back down already. Isn't that hilarious? And I'll let you guys know what I picked up, and make sure to catch me next time. Anyways, this is your boy Flystewie. Make sure to like and comment, subscribe if you want more live trading videos. Right now, my portfolio is doing well. Let's see if we can keep it up for 2020. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment. Bye. I don't even know.